Hello, everybody. Welcome to this live stream of the MI podcast. We have a very interesting topic uh, to discuss about today, and reason having the live stream is we'll be also having a Q&A session. So you guys, if you all have any questions, you all can put it in the chat. I've already received some question via DMs, and then we can kind of discuss the same. So, interesting topic today is how AI is transforming the modern marketer's role. Now, obviously, with AI, there's been a lot of discussion about about job roles. How are you going to go forward in our particular domains? There's all this fear mongering about people losing the jobs because of AI and all. Now, all of us who are in kind of domain specific things like corporate jobs, if you look at marketing, finance, HR, sales, and all. So I feel AI is a tool to enhance your job, right? Like it'll be make you much more better. It has um, it's like extra hands that are playing and intelligent hands basically that are kind of assisting you in your particular process of getting the thing done. Because at the end of the day, the business is hiring you to achieve the business goal. So it is getting definitely more business centric. It cannot be just very domain centric anymore. You have to justify about your business and be a part of building the revenue. So everybody's role is there, whether you are, I mean, even a graphic designer, you can have great creativity, create a great banner, but it has to be very business focused in terms of achieving the marketing goals. It's a good banner, but is it going to get you, if it's a YouTube thumbnail, is it going to get you the clicks so people are going to come and see that video? So that kind of very business focus, everyone has to be in the role, and that's what AI is doing. You don't take an AI because the responsibility lies with human beings, our perception and all this thing, and we are selling to human beings. So uh, we are the best people in terms of if we are experienced and we can use the tools well, then we can do the job. Like, I mean, 20 years ago, maybe Google was just come in, it's not replaced anyone, right? Like in terms of we have information out there. Uh, so all these things are to enhance your thing, and you should know how to use it, to achieve the business goal. So I've basically taken out certain points which I'll be explaining to you, about AI. How the market is role is, changing in it, and kind of you all can take a note, an idea of some things, and some things if you like, you can kind of implement the same. Awesome. So we'll start off with the first thing about how it's changing. The we are going from execution focused to strategy focused. Um, Now with these tools and all, I mean, we are more, I feel, a higher order of thinking in terms of a strategy, right? uh, when we look at marketing per se, there were a lot of executional kind of things, like creating a lot of ad copies, or you're doing a lot of maybe a marketing, a research, in terms of what kind of ads. And also what happens with the AI tools and all, you have like everything in front of you with a particular prompt. So it puts all these things in front of you, and all you have to do is then how do you arrange everything properly, and you are executing it in a way, you're taking those elements only and then putting it up in a way which is most beneficial for the business. So um, repetitive tasks, it can completely eliminate if you use it well. I've seen a lot of people who are in marketing, me included, like we are still kind of using the old things, and I learn from some other people, like how they do it. So like for example, your bid adjustments for in when you're having a marketing campaigns, your campaign pacing, all these things can be automated, and it is already being automated on these particular platforms, like if you have Google AdWords or the Meta ads. So you have various tools. You have your social listening, where you can kind of summarize a certain thing. If you're using a particular tool, you can show a particular trend. Like that's what AI does. Like if you feed in the data, then it will give you even a lot of these platforms, which are maybe social media, they are giving those kind of summaries and all. And you must have all noticed in even the ad platforms, you just kind of search and you know give an entry. Earlier you had to get filter and get the exact dashboard, but today you can say, okay, how many sales I've had on the website, let's say from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So it immediately gives you the data. So you don't like you have to go around the whole thing and know the whole particular software. You can get those things. So that is where again you are more in the business than someone who is good within that tool. Your dashboards, I mean, you can align and as per whatever you want in terms of just the business output or something, and it just becomes faster with particularly AI. If there is a certain anomaly which generally gets detected, that's coming, the AIs, they are kind of getting stronger within the same. Now when you look at how it makes it in the higher order thinking for marketers, when you have particularly AI, then it is basically setting your business objects and the interpretation. That is, it just comes down to that. You get into the why, what, and how do you do it. Like, you don't get into when you're not into the executional things. And then you design your integrated customer journeys instead of just, as I said, executing the particular thing. So I feel it is more fun part of the job, wherein you are strategy, you're thinking, why is this not happening, why is this particularly my website is not getting that much amount of traffic, why the people not staying on that particular program. You get deeper into that. What is the audience, what is the audience wanting now, where are they looking, why are they not staying, why they left, why is the bounce rate more for this page. So you can get deeper into that than your general execution tasks, which are kind of boring, repetitive. You can, where you can automate it or make it at least much more faster. So this is something which, how we're talking about the AI is more for like strategy, which is a good thing. Now how the role changes, like as a marketer, like I've been working in digital marketing quite a long time, and uh, it could get into the thing where you are doing a lot of data collection. You're creating a lot of reports and all, and then uh, it's not getting much time to showing the particular insights and all. So your role is changing because all the reports can be automated. I know on the platforms, a lot of reports, uh, you kind of drag and drop and create whatever filters, and you have these particular reports for reference. So you don't have to manually create the reports, and your role is more into interpretation, the insights, as data cleaning, processing, and AI is kind of doing that quite. So it is, once you get into that, and how you can automate the data collection process, then you have more time in being a bit better data interpreter. uh, as I said, the insights you can look at more. uh, you get deeper into that, why a particular Instagram ad didn't perform well, or a particular content that you have a post on Instagram didn't have that much reach, right? When you have a high level automation of reports, that gets deeper into, like what is the particular content you're creating, what is the content bucket, what is it compared, if you're creating in a particular content bucket, what is it compared to 2 months ago, that content bucket, how did it do? Like, there's suppose there were three posts as per that bucket, so how did it? So that comparison, getting deep diving into that, will make you a better marketer and more useful for the business. Awesome. So now when we look at hyper personalization, that is the name of the game nowadays. uh, how do we make the customer feel more special? The tools have helped us to identify each and every customer, like with data points, and you're giving them communication very customized. It is helping them. So how is it helping? Like, if you look at AI, how are we going to supposed to use it? So firstly, AI, it predicts the user intent. That is with a lot of data and the previous interaction with a particular, say, your e-commerce site, right? uh, it is showing where he has purchased, or where, which particular searches they have done, and these are getting smarter in predicting certain patterns. So when you predict, have a good prediction setup, that also marketers have a huge role in setting, up these particular real-time micro segments, they're kind of also. So you are predicting a user intent with the help of the data, and then tailor specific creative messages to them. So when you must have noticed on Amazon, you are getting emails which are feeling more and more personalized, right? Like, and suggestions. So it is getting in a kind of way where understanding is very strong, and that is obviously the great work of the, not only the people engineers there, or the people who are in the UI UX, but also the marketers who are working with this particular. So they're kind of helping in, better marketing with better personalization. Next, when we look at the role of the marketer with respect to the personalization, you should become an architect of personalized experiences. So how do you design these particular experiences? That is the more of a role. Like, when a customer comes onto your particular website that you have, like, what is he supposed to feel like, what should be kind of his journey, and how it can be better personalized. This might not apply obviously on when you come to a particular website per se, and you're not logged in, or you don't have an account. So, but if your TG is coming on, it should be around that. If it's coming through a particular advertisement, that landing page has to be kind of very specific. So you design the whole experience, it'll just get better. Obviously, marketers were doing that before the high level use of AI that is there now, and the AI is getting smarter. But I feel the architecture and all that can get better. So there's a very good saying that within marketers, that personalization today should be more empathetic than intrusive. So I think the right use of AI will get to you there. Awesome. Next point is creative work also today will become data driven. So you cannot say today I'm some great artist and I just think about creativity. Data is an important tool, so you get better in your creativity. So how does AI enhance creative development? You can today generate variations, of copy, what kind of images you, because then AI generated images to produce is much more easier, and even the videos, like you can generate today the images and video. That is the biggest thing, and then you can align them as per different variations in an A/B testing kind of way, right? You can see a creative pattern that is there. You can analyze if there's a creative fatigue and suggest improvement. So that's all the AI, they're already doing it on the particular ad platforms. Um, and also predictive analysis is there. Like when you have a certain, advertising, you are in a particular industry, so you will be suggested by that AI that this has a better chance of this thing. Oil showcase, if you have three variations of your ad in a particular campaign, it'll today AI, if you give it the thumbs up and go ahead of optimization, then it will show the particular creatives which have a higher chance of converting with a particular audience. So this quite interesting, like how you can use these tools today. And marketer is not, we have to constantly go and interact with this. That is where the marketer comes in. All these things, tools are there for you know um, at our beck and call, but we have to use it properly. That is where our skill comes in. So in an optimized way, basically. So what if we see a marketer's role? What is the evolution? Is that marketer today is being a creative director and a data analyst. That's so interesting. Like you, um, these people obviously are also important. They have the position, but like at a smaller scale, you can get these particular roles a marketer can do with the help of AI. Because if you can brief the AI properly, and sure also that the creativity aligns with brand identity, and out of that, then all the options you're selecting the idea that can actually work, and AI can execute it at scale, is where the marketer will come in. So these two roles, creative director, you must have seen in very big companies or people who have a lot of resources are there. Today, a marketer can somewhere they do quite a bit of their role for a particular smaller enterprise, and that is where the how with the AI, you can get better at the work and compete with the big boys. Awesome. When we look at attribution and measurement, it'll become more scientific. Like their marketing, you know, it involved a lot of guesswork, like, and a lot of hunches that are there. But that should ideally reduce quite a bit with a more scientific approach. AI enhances basically the multi-touch attribution. And how does it do that? Because it combines all these platform signals and data and all to show you, the actual true contribution of each channel. When as digital marketers, when we say a particular website, is getting, say for example, visits, a lot of visits, so you then break it down. Where are these visits from? They are from natural source, they are from paid social ads, or they are from your social media itself, or they are from your paid search or something. So all the channels we kind of break down, but as marketers you have to know what is really behind it. Because sometimes in natural search, if you attribute, okay, I'm getting a lot of website traffic through natural search, but that might not be the case. Like say I've got 100 visits via natural search, that's great, yeah, I mean, amazing. But maybe 30 visits out of those 100 is through somebody seeing your an Instagram video of yours and then having a good impact, then later directly searching, keeping that Instagram video in mind, which was again remarketed to him, right? Maybe in an ad form or whatever. So that, if you see, if a smart marketer can kind of get to that, and that with AI can also help enhance that particular process. Data scientist role. Now, with I was talking about these bigger positions, the creative director and all that, how a marketer can kind of take this. Another data scientist role also can come with a marketer, because you're choosing the right indicators of success. You, with the help of AI, you're not doing it yourself. Where with the help of the AI, when we can upload all our data into the AI, and then the AI will read complex models and the data and all, and then they'll help us in the decision making. It'll bring out certain decisions that we can execute, and then we choose the right ones, or you get a good idea with that thing, that okay, which direction am I going on? It gets me faster there. All these growth frameworks that are there, which we can create, which will be better with the data that is at stake. Awesome. Predictive marketing, very important thing. It becomes a core function. The very important part of it, like when we as marketers, when there's a lot of prediction kind of thing involved. Like we have, and that is with the help of data, that you're saying, okay, we have had in say January, I had a lot of clicks, in this particular. So will it be the case in April also, the same amount of clicks and all? You get an idea. Like I'm running a similar campaign, I'm doing a similar amount of spend. So can this has happened in the past January? Maybe this was more success. That is the indicator for me to do it in April, right? There'll be other factors also, but there's one, in terms of data backing with that predictive mode when you get into, like every market, every businessman has to, predict with the help of data. Educated prediction, basically, when you look at it. So when you look at forecasting your key business metrics with the help of AI, your that demand forecast you can do with the help of it. Then you have your cost of acquisition, lifetime value of a particular CAC is the cost of acquisition, LTV like lifetime value of a particular customer. So you can get that, and then probability also you can map out of a particular customer converting into that, right? Like very important part, a particular segment of a customer, so very important kind of ways where you can kind of predict your particular data thing. So marketer, then you look more as a growth planning person, and I feel marketer has to be involved in budget setting. However small or large the company, you have the marketing representative, they have to be involved. A CEO on his own cannot solely decide budgets moving forward. A marketer has to be involved and should be asked to do the prediction with the help of these predictive analysis and proper reasoning of allocating budgets. um, you will be able to run simulation of best and worst case scenarios, like in our particular spending. If you are spending and we don't get any leads out of this, and you spend a certain amount of money, what should be plan B, right? So you have to go along this whole phase, and you have to see where and what will fit, what are the best and worst case. And if we are getting, a campaign gets really good leads, you're getting like you had predicted to get 70 leads and you got 100 leads, how do you move forward? Like, can we play along more with this idea, right? The campaign, can we create another version of this campaign, because it has been a huge success. So a lot of things where you can be look at as a growth planner. And when you get into deeper into AI insights, your predictive analysis gets better and better. Awesome. um, Now when you look at customer experience, when you look at a particular website, generally the responsibility of the UI UX people, marketer has a certain role, but today with the use of AI, it becomes more of a marketing responsibility, you know so firstly you have the AI powered conversational interfaces, right, which we all are using in terms of these chatbots. When you go on these websites, you are inquiring and then analyzing your particular way you're talking as a customer. It can then feed you, say, to a particular salesperson. So only if you they the AI will feel, that this is actually looking like a qualified lead, then he'll kind of bring in the salesperson, which we have seen on a lot of these particular sites that are there. So it will resolve queries. So the thing about just queries resolving from a particular person who comes on the site, compared to how you qualify lead and then you send it to the particular salesperson, is something which can be completely automated, and that is what a marketer should be doing on a particular website. Lead qualification is quite very important part of a particular marketer's role, right? So that is something you have your with chatting now. Even you can chat in audio, right, when you're talking about it. So You're using these particular tools to get better and then a better chat with particular. So where customers feel the chat also is not that good, that is somewhere that they will kind of bounce out from a particular website. So how we can become an experienced orchestrator is we align AI conversations within the brand guidelines. We design omni-channel messaging flow, and lastly, we monitor the sentiment and user journeys in real time. When you have set up these frameworks with the help of AI, then it is something, it gets a better customer journey, right? And these huge companies basically, they are working at a huge scale. There are a lot of people, there's a lot of inquiries, there's questions and all that. So you have to know where to use your time, and that with AI and designing a particular workflow, marketer being largely involved in that, that really will have a better chance to lead to better success in this whole if you call it a customer journey and then a sales process. Awesome. So lastly, we'll look at definitely been a little bit of a long stream. I hope I did not bore you all. Uh, we look at lastly collaboration. Marketers' roles generally has to be collaborated. The most, I would say, the team they interact with most is the sales team, right? That is it. But when you look at, let's say, a lot of these tech companies, you have the tech team and you have a product team as well. So the collaboration will kind of increase with these AI. Like I just gave you an example of a workflow of the inquiries happening via the chat and all. So that has to be designed with a tech team and a product team. So a lot of cross-functional alignment is there. For product team, you have event tracking and your journeys that are happening. Then you have your marketing and sales where you have a lead, some kind of lead scoring system. That everybody's on the same page, because a lot of the fight between marketing and sales is that the marketing will say you're getting a lot of leads, but sales say no, they are not qualified as per what are the company standards and what my interaction has been with them. So there has to be like, how do you get them together is with a lead scoring technique. And also marketers working on the particular CRM, right? Like with the salespeople, which will get them better results. Marketing and tech teams, obviously, with the integration, like you're talking with the chatbot and data, how you're collecting the particular data or on the site, so how we can use data, and also that is kind of something which they can work on together. And marketer, like for all the people that were saying like marketers roles, what is it going to be with AI? Is it like you don't need the marketer's role much, because of you have this AI tools and automations and everything, social media, website, everything. But actually the roles get enhanced. You become a cross functional leader, because you translate business needs to technical requirements. But the marketer also has to work on the technical skills for that. Bringing together your multiple departments with an AI driven initiatives, which I've talked about on this. And then you becoming a person who's bringing all these things together, the technical elements and all, and with your interaction with your whole team, the all of it working towards the one goal, which is the business objective. That is where and that is all the CEO is concerned with in a particular company. So if you leave a lot of things to the market in terms of freedom, I feel, and you have a proven element in the market in terms of achieving business goals, there are a lot of things they can do with AI to enhance your business outcomes. Awesome. So I think it's been a great session here. We'll be definitely having this particular, uh, you know, Q&A session which I had put out, and have had some kind of response on them. So we'll just take some good questions from the particular audience, and we'll go along this. Uh, Awesome. First, thing, what new skills should a modern marketer build because of AI? Right. So, marketer's role is always being, very evolving, because marketer's success is judged on, the amount of interest, that demand that they are able to create, and that demand only created with the perception, and how is able to play with the particular perceptions of the particular target audience and get the particular interest in the business, like. So what is it with the new skills, I mean, that you have, that you can help in that particular way? So when we look at what we have to work on, uh, and your relevance, this is more also of relevancy, right? Like, how do you stay relevant in this market? Because you could have 20 years of experience plus, but if you don't have these AI, powered skills, if you say, or something where you can enhance with AI, then you are irrelevant. Okay. So firstly, just I'll break it down to three. So you have your analytical skills. So you have, in terms of reading all these insights, understanding, say, attribution or something, and also you need to work on these, because AI will throw it, but you have to analyze and kind of choose your particular insight, or um, do your thing with the help of a proper analysis. Then, in terms of your creative direction, how do you guide these AI tools in terms of creating? Because you're creating a lot of content also with the AI tools, but how do you give them the right guidance with the prompts? So prompt engineering and all. And then your workflow building. How do you create a particular, because with a high competition, volume of work is also increased in terms of different kind of creatives, different kind of campaigns, A and B testing, and all this thing. How do you build the workflow with the help of online tools? And also the focus not is not about technical skills anymore, and even people who are interviewing and all, it should not be more into technical, more thinking, how he is particular thinking, right? Like, that is the most important thing for marketers today. Awesome. How do we maintain creativity when AI can generate ideas instantly? So, like an accident, accident. Sorry, I'm not able to pronounce this. So, if you call that accidental crisis or something, I don't know what is something, but like where you're saying, "Arey, what is the use of me in this particular thing? So that's a quite a interesting. Like, how do you maintain creativity? So basically, how this AI system work is like, whatever is on out there in the net and all, it reads and then it puts up. So end of the day, it's not, I would say, original per se, because you have a lot of things which have been done already in the past, and then you are kind of regurgitating them into, your outputs and all. So something extremely original is very difficult. Where there is where the human being comes in, because the human mind, that level of where it can obviously use data and all. End of the day, we are using all whatever see and interact with, and all these thing inputs that we get is a kind of a data for us. But the way we put it out there, like as marketers, you also would have had a feeling, sometimes you just get that particular idea, you don't know where do you get it from. So that is where the human mind is, that skills. So I feel creativity comes from lived experiences, your institution, your cultural understanding, your emotion, especially your EQ. So AI cannot process those. So AI can be used for inspirational skill, but you have to rely on the human lens, basically. I think for storytelling, your tone very important. Not be able to read by AI and most of the things, and your why. What is the thing why behind the particular idea? That is something which particular human can only, I feel, look at. Next, what's the biggest misconception marketers have about AI, right? Big AI ka though I think the biggest thing is like the everybody's like just fear mongering, like okay, my job won't be there because of AI and all these kind of things and all, which is just wasteful thinking. You have to do something productive. So how do I kind of particularly frame this? When we look at that misconception, that how do you use AI, right? That is the thing where uh, you're using a particular tool as an enhancement thing, which I've covered a lot in this team. It is an extra pair of hands and an extra pair of brains in a certain direction. But end of the day, you have to do it. It is not a magic button, right? And a lot of people, when you're interacting with which are you're not very AI literate, they'll say, "Oh, hey, this is done by ChatGPT, this is done by Gemini and all." Was you? It is the also the prompt engineering that has gone into it in my own mind, and I'm coming to it. So don't give me that stuff, right? Like it's AI. I'm using as a force multiplier. You know, it doesn't fix a broken strategy. It is not poor brand positioning, doesn't fix that, or a bad customer experience. It only scales whatever foundation you give it. It's powerful only when paired with real world experience, which comes with an experienced marketer, the domain understanding, and that clarity that they have of purpose. Because not muddled up with AI, with obviously so many, it's just regurgitating, as I said, what has already happened. That clarity would be with an experienced marketer. How do marketers ensure AI driven decisions stay aligned with brand values? I think this is more on a case to case basis, and I feel marketers should act along with the brand's moral compass. Every brand has a certain, you shouldn't just jump into trends. That is the danger where you lose your particular brand voice. So AI can optimize for clicks or conversions, but it doesn't understand dignity, tone, or the long-term brand trust. Um, so the AI outputs, when they are there, they should set the guardrails and define ethical guidelines. Like you can feed into, like, say, you're working with a particular AI chatbot. Ki this is are the guidelines for my button. That will also help you that in that AI is learning of it and then giving out ads and corporate communication messages or whatever as per those ethical guidelines. So that even automated message, they uphold the brand's identity and promise. Is AI helpful for small marketing teams or only large enterprises? I feel it's the most valuable for small teams because of the extra pair of hands or brains or whatever it is there with you. So it's helping you at scale, right? Like, so I can create 10 different ad titles or your descriptions and all that. So it helps with content drafts, research, reporting, competitor analysis, as well as campaign management. So now small teams can operate with the efficiency. The efficiency very not only scale efficiency of a much larger team because of intelligence. Not only pair of extra pair of brains, where efficient large teams, and then allows them to focus on strategy and innovation. So teams can focus on that, and you can leave the repetitive tasks in that, so you can compete with the big boys. And lastly, in what ways can AI help improve customer experience beyond marketing? Oh God, this is a loaded one. So, okay, so AI can enhance the customer journeys. So through you have a predictive recommendations, your personalized offers, your AI driven chat support, sentiment analysis, and all that. Um, but the marketer's role is to ensure these experiences they feel human. So in the journey and all, the UI UX designer can do that, but uh, how the TG will take to it and will have more of an impact on them uh, is when the experiences they feel human. That's the marketer's role, that it will feel more human. People are rejecting a lot of things, where they feel it's too much use of AI, which is already happening. They're rejecting creatives if they feel it's mass produced in AI. So how do you get the more emotion into that, and it's more human based and it is more personalized? It is the empathy that a marketer and you are aligning with the human. These all things can get very mechanical, but the human angle is where the marketers come, and connecting with the particular audience, striking a chord with them is a human can only, I feel, do it with a particular human, and that's where the experience skill marketer comes in. Awesome. So great. I think it's been an awesome episode here on the MR podcast. Thank you for joining me for this particular live stream. And thank you for all your questions and all. I had a great time answering them. And hopefully, this is useful for you. Uh, Thank you so much for joining. If you want to subscribe to particular channel, YouTube channel also of mine, along with following me on LinkedIn, please go to Modern Intelligence YouTube channel where all these podcasts are available. Thank you so much. I'll see you all until the next time. Take care.